But you can't take a picture of me.
No, you got to.
I'm stuck between my photo op.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There we go.
I can pull things apart.
There we go.
There we go.
Point that way.
Point that way. Do the solving problems since 1970. So the 8th Congressional runs through 6 counties. The east side of Pierce, King, Snohomish counties, across the Cascades to Kittitas and Chelan counties, out to Douglas County. So if you think East Wenatchee, Stehekin, Manson, up to Arlington, down to Eatonville, and all the roads in between is where I've been and where I'll be. And so the reason I'm running for Congress, my background is a commercial lender, but more importantly, I'm a mother of adult children and a grandmother of a junior higher and middle schooler and a 5th one coming here in December. And when we look up, they have no hope for the American dream like I was given. And I'm running to restore that hope of opportunity and the American dream for the next generation. I was blessed not to just have my parents, my grandparents, but I also had 2 great-grandmothers. Old ladies tell you a lot of stuff when they're sitting there and you're a young kid. But even though my great-grandma Rosie, and I love her dearly, I miss her dearly, I had her till I was in junior high, till I was 14. And although she was raised at a time when young black children couldn't learn to read, she spoke so greatly of my hope and my future. She was so proud of anything and everything that I was going to become. She would be astonished that I was standing here today before you. Yeah. And I keep that with me. I now have her pictured beside my bed because every morning I got to wake up for the next 38 days. Reminding myself of I'm restoring the hope. You know, we're a former military family, Army, and we were stationed, this will tell you my age, we were stationed in Berlin back in the late 80s. We were there before the wall came down. We were there when the wall came down. And then we were the last unit to leave out in 1992 and return to the U.S., which is when we first came to Washington State. After military service, we decided to raise our children here. And now the youngest is now 30, the oldest is 34, and we've been here for 24 years. And I want my grandchildren are Northwestern kids. I mean, they are out in the rain, out in the snow, don't wear shoes, I don't know. It's a different breed. But I want them to be able to have the future that I hoped for them when we first moved here. So as a commercial banker, I've worked with business owners from agriculture to astrospace, aerospace, manufacturing, nonprofits. I've served on nonprofit roles. I've served in various capacities from prison ministry to working with young ladies aging out of foster care. I care deeply about the next generation, and I'm working hard to provide that. As a commercial banker, when I get to Congress, my number one thing is we've got to get a budget. Your budget, I know people, I'm a math nerd, people hate to say this, but your budget really tells you your priorities. And when you have no budget, you have no priorities, because everything can't be a priority. So we have got to get that budget aligned. They just passed another continuing resolution so that after, there was a personal boo over there, so that when I get to Congress in January, we'll have to fix that first. You know, she left me for work to do. Isn't that nice of her? You know? But the key is we've got to sit down and have those difficult, uncomfortable, hard conversations. And when people say, what have you done that makes you prepared to run for Congress and to lead this nation? I've raised 4 daughters. Yeah. They do not live with me. They have their own families. They are tax-paying citizens. No one's in jail and no one's on a pole. So we've got to get done. And they're very close in age, so we also have no battlefields, no battle marks, and you know, we've done a pretty good job. But the hard part of raising children, we all know, is taking the time to listen, taking the time to hear, taking the time to find solutions, and having difficult, uncomfortable, hard conversations. And that's what we need. Now, because I've raised 4 daughters, and they were all in high school at the same time, 2 freshmen, a sophomore and a senior, my feelings don't get hurt very easily. You can't talk about me. You can't ignore me. I will give you a hug regardless. We will walk through this. And when I get to Congress, we're going to have those really close conversations and get things done, because not getting it done is no longer an option. Our children are feeling that, and as was said before, everyone knows that there's an air of change. Now I'm going to talk specifically about my race. My primary numbers were fabulous. I came in at 45%. I beat Kim Schreier in 5 of 6 counties. 20 points, yes. 20 points in Pierce and 10 points in everywhere else. We held our own in King County at 35. But here's the important part. She came in at just 50.2. 50.2, which people that know her still were, not quite sure, right? The other part of that, the other part of the equation that we're working with is, as we move forward, she has declined to debate. She's declined to show up. She says she's too busy. Why is she too busy for the people who elected her? Why is she too busy for the people she's responsible to? Make that make sense, as people will tell me today. We should call her. You want to? I got a number for you. You know, in the primary, she spent $1.6 million. She's got another $3 million in the bank. We spent about $160,000, a little short of that. So for 94,000 votes, I spent $1.70 per vote. So for every person that gave me $10, said, I know this is not a lot, it's a lot. It got us there, and it will continue to get us there. She's got $3 million in the bank. I do need financial support. We're down to the crunch time, and we got to press hard. And so I'm asking everyone to do what you can, reach a little deeper, push a little harder. CarmenForWashington.com to donate. We are in the race, and we're taking it. And people say, how are you doing this? How are you getting your numbers? How are you doing that? Because the team and I, we are out there every day. We're calling, we're dialing, we're knocking on doors. Candidates know it's time, but it's person to person, people door to door is what we're doing, and that's how we're getting it done. The last thing I want to say is, there's no gift too small. There's no act too small. If you can take a sign and put it up, if you can talk to a friend, it's appreciated. Every little bit makes a difference. And we've got 38 days to get her done. So I'm gonna cut my time short on that side for any initial questions, but we are doing a great job, and I'm really excited to be your next Congresswoman in the 8th, come November the 5th.
So if you got a question?
Yes.
Hey Carmen, I'm going to cheat a little bit on asking this question, because I'm going to ask you, you've done so many interviews with the chairman, with Carlson, Hoffman, Rance. What's the best question that they gave you that you want to share with us, where you thought, oh, that was a good question, and do you have one you could share with us?
What's the best question I received?
That you've received
So
from all
far.
these interviewers that you'd like to pass on?
Well,
answer?
I don't know.
Okay. That's all right.
I mean, the one that sticks out is always, how are you getting this done?
Yeah. Okay.
How are you getting this done? And I will say, this race is a God race. I will say that. My gifts are from God. I work diligently. We are a non-traditional campaign. Non-traditional, from front to back. And we're going to take it the same way.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Good.
yeah.
Here's the
All right.
non-traditional.
Not,
Yeah.
I'm not your normal Republican, I guess that's the word.
I don't know if any of us are normal, Carmen. All right, we have another congressional candidate here, Dan Alexander.